the Scorpio Weekly Tarotscope. Keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus signs, because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all that information in the description box. All right, Scorpio. What is the strongest message that's wanting to come through for you? Oh, I like that. Oh, I like this. Okay, there's a lot of blue in here, which is very peaceful energy. It's very tranquil energy. It's kind of, that message to just kind of go with the flow this week. Let yourself relax. Let yourself take a break. Blue is also the throat chakra. And so, open, honest communication is going to be really important, not just with other people, but with yourself as well. The throat chakra is also... when the throat chakra is open and balanced, you are standing in your true, authentic self. So I feel like the most important message for you this week is to kind of take a step back, because you do have the rest and rejuvenation card. Take a step back and just kind of reevaluate everything. What is your truth? What feels good to you? What is the path that you want to be on? I definitely feel you have the sacral chakra as well, and that's where that is our passion, that is our creativity. That's also where how we express ourselves. And I think this is the strongest message of this overall, because with the World card here, you have closed out some sort of cycle in your life. You've overcome some sort of difficulty, and you're standing in this energy where the possibilities right now are endless. This is about success. This is about expansion. This is about looking towards something bigger. And so the Angel of Balance and the Sacral Chakra, this is about taking that time, like taking that step back this week. And just ask, when we go through all these changes and transformations, we're not meant to be the same person. We're not meant to have the same visions. We're not meant to have the same desires. And the more you go through healing, the more you go through changes, the more you go through difficulties, you have different dreams, you have different desires. So take a moment and ask yourself, what is your truth? And also, how are you expressing your truth to people around you? Are you expressing your authentic truth? For those of you who are in a relationship, I do feel that it might feel very kind of stagnant right now, or your love life might seem very kind of stagnant right now. Don't let that frustrate you, because I do feel that you are in a very strong healing period. And I feel like you and this person might just really struggle with expressing yourself to each other. There might be a lot of really passionate energy in this connection. You are a Scorpio, and Scorpios automatically have that pretty intense energy. And some people, that's a lot to handle, right? So it might be, be okay if things are kind of stagnant right now, because it's just balancing the energy out. Also, find different ways to express yourself this week. If you feel like you can't communicate to other people about how you feel, take time to write down your feelings. Take time to journal. Take time to paint, to draw, to listen to music. Like, any way that you can express yourself, I feel like that's going to be really good for you this week. I definitely feel too that you're tapping much more into the more your more spiritual side, the more, you know, a 3D emotional world right now. I feel like you're very in touch with your higher guidance, your angels, your the connection to the universe. I feel like you're really kind of tapped into that. Ooh, I love that. All right, let's see what else comes up for you. Some of you, I feel like, maybe have kind of a new idea, a new vision, something like creative. Maybe it's something within your work. Or if you're struggling maybe in your work, I feel like you're going to find a more creative way to put yourself out there, to like expand yourself within your career, or put yourself out there to get noticed for a new job or something like that. Let me keep going. What's your energy coming into the week? You might be feeling very stuck right now, whether it be stuck in a, stuck trying to understand what to do with the relationship that you're in. You might even be in a connection with another person that there's no communication between you two. But you're definitely feeling stuck or overwhelmed or very restricted right now. Understand that whatever this is, whatever you're feeling stuck, there is a purpose to this. The Hierophant is like, this is for your own good. This stuck energy is trying to get you to maybe gain a new perspective, or see a higher perspective of it, or to bring some sort of healing. Yeah, I kind of feel like you're being put on a new path, or you're being pushed forward towards what it is that you want, but I feel like you're not really able to see that right now, because I feel like you have felt kind of, if this is a relationship to another person, I do feel that you might feel kind of left out by this person, or rejected by this person, or not supported by this person. But I do feel with the Six of Cups and the Lovers, there is a really strong soul connection. I kind of want to say you're moving from very, you're moving from a more innocent type of connection, a more soulmate type of connection, into a more passionate, twin flame type of connection. You're moving to a higher level relationship. This could be with the same person. It doesn't mean that you're shifting to another person, but it's like going from this very innocent, lighthearted type of space within your love life to this more passionate, supportive type of connection. And I feel like you're not really able to see that right now. You are feeling stuck. But it's, the Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant, it's like there's a purpose to this. So let me keep going with this. You have 2 6s and 2 5s here. So 5s are the number of change, okay? And so there is a change that is needing to be made within the energy. Sixes are about balance, and sixes are about unconditional love. So whatever you're dealing with right now, try to look at the situation through unconditional love. And that means unconditional love for yourself, unconditional love for the other person if there is another person, even unconditional love for the situation that you find yourself in. The more you open yourself up to that energy, the more you can kind of elevate and see the bigger perspective. Oh, I kind of want to say for some of you, you're receiving a lot of downloads, like a lot of higher guidance, like a lot of like changes in perspective. And so this feeling stuck energy, if you're feeling restricted in your love life, restricted in your relationships, if you're just feeling stuck, like not sure where to move forward on your path, if you're feeling stuck in your job, whatever it is, it's because your guides kind of want you to sit still, because you're gaining a lot of higher guidance, you're gaining a lot of knowledge, you're gaining a lot of insight, a lot of clarity. And if you're finding that there's a disconnect between you and another person, I feel like this connection is elevating to the next level. But I feel like you're both kind of in this healing phase, or you're in this phase where you're both kind of just gaining a lot of clarity about this connection. Because I feel like underneath the surface, there is kind of this fear and insecurity about making the wrong decision, or about seeing this connection in the wrong way, or feeling like you're not going to have enough, or feeling like even worried about not having enough financially. And this is what you're gaining clarity on, is where those fears are coming from and how to kind of let those go. I notice in your hopes you have the Two of Wands and the Three of Swords. So it's like you want to have something to look forward to. You want to feel certain about your path forward, but with the Two of Wands being your hopes, it's almost like you're not even allowing yourself to get your hopes up too much. Like you're wanting kind of that guidance and insight, or that clarity, or that validation that for what your path forward right now is. But because there's nothing going on, you might feel like you're not doing it right, or you're not getting the guidance, but that's absolutely what's happening. Your fears are the Sun and the Page of Cups. It's almost like you feel like what you want is just a very far-fetched dream. Or it's always going to be just out of reach. And that's also an energy of being fearful of success. And that comes from, being in narcissistic connections, or just going through a lot of difficulties where you feel like, you accomplished something and it was taken away from you. And so you don't let yourself get too excited. You don't let yourself feel too confident in what it is that you want, because you fear that once you get it that you're going to be wrong, or that it's not going to be what you thought it was. The outcome this week is the Ace of Pentacles, which is an opportunity for a new beginning. It's an opportunity for something solid. The Three of Swords. Oh. And the Moon card. Give me one more. What's the outcome? You're being given this week an opportunity to heal some very long-standing emotional pain. Give me one more. All right. So your overall energy is the High Priestess. So this is definitely that that energy of being more in that 3D space this week, gaining a lot of higher knowledge of spiritual wisdom, getting a lot of downloads. This is, again, like connecting to your guides, the Akashic Records type of energy. Underneath that, you do have the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. So I do feel that there's a lot of, it's like your mind is probably going like a mile a minute right now. Like there's a lot coming in. There's a lot of thoughts. There's a lot. And so you're not really sure what to do with it. And I think to some degree you feel like maybe you should be acting on this. But I think I feel like it's important to just kind of sit with this energy for a little bit. I feel like this doesn't have anything to do with this connection, although it could be an opportunity to heal something that happened in this connection. But I almost feel like you're being presented with an opportunity to see where you have kind of not valued yourself and not valued your own needs, and see where there's times in your life that you did not put yourself first, or you did not see your value. I kind of feel like it might be a lot of like old wounds like coming to the surface, but this is helping you kind of find your passion for yourself. It's almost like I feel like there's this kind of moment where you're like, I've been so focused on this one goal. I've been so focused on manifesting this relationship that I've neglected my own dreams and my own desires. I used to have this dream of being a dancer and I let that go. I'm not saying me, because I cannot I cannot fucking dance for shit. But you know what I mean? It's almost like you've been kind of on this path of trying to manifest this relationship or manifest something very specific, and you've done all this healing, you've done all this work, and it's almost like you have this realization that, oh my God, like I have had this other dream forever and I have put that to the side. You know what I mean? I feel like too, in your love life, in your relationship, I kind of feel like there's a possibility that there's some kind of offer being made. There's an opportunity for a new start in this connection. But I also feel that it's almost like that opportunity for that new start is going to bring up a lot of fears. And I kind of feel like for some of you, it might be that you feel like either you're not quite ready for it, or you worry that they're not ready for it. For some of you, it might be somebody coming towards you that has just ended another relationship. And so they're wanting to connect with you. And I feel like you feel that this is a really good connection, but you also know that they're not fully ready to give you that stability. But I think that this is what starts that process of healing and progression within this relationship for you. Um, I do feel, though, it's important for you to really work on maintaining some sort of balance in your life right now. Make sure you are, giving yourself time for work and to have fun. Make sure you're giving yourself time to nurture yourself as well as other people. Like, make sure that the energy is just consistently balanced. Um, and really kind of take a moment to, like, what do you feel passionately about? What is it that you want for yourself? What is it that you want to manifest? And really dive deep into what that is. And the Judgment card is just about kind of surrendering to the universe and just keeping that energy in balance, because the more you have recognized what it is that you want and can maintain that balance and trust, that's when you get the guidance and the insight that you need. That's when you get the opportunities. That's when the doors start opening for you. Tell me a little bit more about what is coming towards you this week. What is the energy coming towards you this week? You have the Queen of Swords, like the truth. The Page of Swords. It's like a truth that kind of maybe even puts you on a new path. It's like you're getting some kind of truth. And in some aspect, this is the clarity that you've needed. This is, in some degree, this is putting you on that path forward, but it's also bringing up this, it's also kind of giving you insight to where you have neglected something for yourself. Where you, and maybe even where you have kind of sacrificed your own needs and relationships in the past. You're definitely kind of gaining some kind of new insight on your path forward. And I don't think path forward in the sense of this relationship. It's like on top of, like it's something other than your love life. Tell me what's going on in your love life with this connection this week. What is the energy? The Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Cups. Yeah, it's kind of gotten into some sort of routine. It's gotten into some sort of routine, and it's almost like the emotional connection is not there, or neither of you are focusing on the emotional connection right now. Both of you maybe are focused on your physical world. I kind of feel like it might be that somebody is coming back around, or this person is wanting to offer some kind of new beginning or something to that effect. But I feel like you're questioning whether it's like, you feel like something has not been cleared away. You feel like some kind of toxic energy has not been cleared away, or you feel like you're still going to keep repeating the same patterns with this person. What is their energy? The Two of Swords. They're indecisive. They want to reconcile. They want to come together. But they're kind of in this kind of transition phase. And for some of you, I do feel that this person has been in some kind of other third party situation. And I feel like and it might be third party as far as work, or they just put something else above the connection. I feel like they're stepping away from that energy, but I don't feel that they've had that time to kind of let the dust settle. it's like they're coming at you, but it's like they're still guarded in some sense. There's still a lot of conflict around them. And so I feel like there's some kind of opportunity to either reconnect or open up to some sort of communication in this relationship. But I feel like it's just not going to be what you had hoped for. Again, I do feel that it's kind of for a purpose. Like I feel like there's something else that you are kind of meant to be pursuing right now. And I don't feel like you and this person are disconnecting. I just feel that you are seeing that there's still like there's a lot of conflict around this person, or this person is still not in that space to be able to be that support that you need. Um yeah. Anything else? But you have the Four of Wands underneath, you have the Nine of Cups underneath, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. So I do feel that there will ultimately be that progression in this connection. I feel like you're both just in this space of healing something, or opening yourself up to a different path outside of the relationship. I also kind of feel like too that you will both kind of that maybe there has been some misconceptions between you two, or misunderstandings between you two. Um, and that might be something that is communicated this week, and you might realize that. Okay, I am sorry. The battery died on me. So I think what I was saying is you might have a conversation with somebody you've been connected with, or maybe even somebody that you've been disconnected from. And I feel like there's going to be some kind of conversation where you both maybe realize that you have misunderstood what the other person was going through, or there's something that you thought was one way but you realized it was another way. And I kind of feel like you might have felt that the disconnect between you and this person has been because of something that you've done, and you're realizing that it wasn't. But I do feel it's going to bring a lot of clarity to the connection. It's going to bring about a lot of healing that is necessary. I feel like it might be a little bit frustrating because you might not be where you want to be in this connection after this conversation, or you might realize that it's going to take a little bit longer to come together than you had anticipated. But I do feel that it's putting you on a path that you're meant to be on. So I hope that makes sense. All right. Yeah, and for some of you, I feel like maybe this person just isn't ready, or they're just getting out of a relationship. And for some of you, unfortunately, I feel like you might be realizing that somebody was not what you thought that they were. And it might be a little bit, kind of gut wrenching at first. But I also feel that it's bringing you a lot of healing. And if that's the case, I feel like you've already had some sort of worry or feeling that this person wasn't what you thought they were, or they're dealing with more things than you thought, or something. Give me final messages. You have the maiden. Oh, I like that. The Singer of Connection. And oh, damn. Okay. All of these cards are all about spiritual power, spiritual energy. Look at all these cards. And so what that means is you are in the middle of a very powerful transformation. You're exactly where you are meant to be. So if everything seems very dark right now, understand that there is a higher purpose of this. You are manifesting this new beginning. This is completely new. This is a complete new beginning. You are manifesting that very strong, beautiful soulmate connection that you want. And you're also moving towards connecting to people that are in your soul tribe that are going to help you elevate to the next level. And your intuition is like elevating, like you're really connecting to your more spiritual side, your more intuitive side, your higher guidance. Underneath that, you have the alchemist. This is like a very powerful shift. Like you're elevating to something, you're elevating yourself to something really amazing. You're elevating to moving towards a more passionate, solid connection. You're moving towards, manifesting more of what you want. It's just about kind of letting go of all of these things that are blocking you right now. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you guys have a good week. Bye bye.